That's our Phil. A very good evening to... That's our Helen. Stockings. A very good evening to you. Thanks for joining us here on Bid. We've got an essential piece of kit for the car right now, and I reckon... Oh, I've got to share a quick story with you. I hope I don't get in trouble for this one. Today, well, about 4 days ago, you know we often do the RAC stuff, and I'm always telling you that I'm with the RAC. Today, the RAC... Oh, no, about 4 days ago, the RAC thing came through, because I guess our membership's up in January, and we have to renew it. And we're very happy with them, so we're thinking, yeah, we'll do that. Well, then the AA just called today, and they said, we're beaten. I was like, really? And yeah, listen, I'm a bit of a, you know, a roadside safety whore. I don't mind. I'll change companies. I don't mind. No, I don't mind. No, don't be like that. Like the gas and electric whore, credit card whore. I'll switch cards. I don't mind. If it means saving money, I'm there. So I thought, I'll go AA if I have to. Anyway, I said, I've got to be fair. Got to be fair. I'm happy with the RAC. Let me call them and see if they can equal your deal. They beat... So I'm with the RAC, AA called and said I'll offer it less. So I called the RAC and I said, they've offered me this. They said, we'll beat that. And they went lower. So I'm still with the RAC. But I saved myself about 80 quid today. Fact. That's an absolute fact. So if they call you up and you see it's gone up, just call them. Just call them. That guy on Bid TV told me. You just give them a call and have a word with them, eh? They'll hate me, won't they? Anyway, the fact is I like saving you money, because I don't talk Bid TV, I live it. I am saving money all over the place. The fact is, these things are the sort of thing you think, when I might never need it. But the minute you need it, these are your best friend. Now, these are designed to take up to 3.5 tons in weight. Your regular car is about 1 ton. If you've got quite, you know, a bigger car, a big family car, a posher car, you could be looking at 1.5, even 2 tons. But the fact is, you've got a van or something of that nature, you could go up to 3.5 tons. Your regular car, you're looking at 1 ton. And these are designed to take up to 3.5. Now, there are treads running all the way down through the middle, but this part here on the outside, can you see? This is the honeycomb cleat. And that is a fact. You'll see that there's these little parts that are sticking out. These are designed to catch the tyre, so you can actually lift it out of the mud, out of the snow, off of the ice, off of the frost. Let's show you these in action, because I think they're ingenious. They're very lightweight. They've got the metal clasp on them as well, so they're designed for that heavy-duty use. But if you get stuck in the snow, the ice, the mud, and your wheels are spinning, you know, it just gets worse than it. You just, like, sink. These go under your wheels. Now, all you need to know is if it's a front-wheel drive, and you'll know, because if your front wheels are the ones spinning, your front-wheel drive. If the back wheels are spinning, your rear-wheel drive. So you put them under the spinning wheels. In this case, in the mud, it's the front wheels, and that will pull you up out of the mud. And once you get rolling, just keep going, and then go back and get them. Then go back and get them. Then go back and get them. It's just... Then, if you're rear-wheel drive, and again, it could be the snow. Now, bear in mind, when that snow clears up, you might have a load of mud underneath. So that's why these are really handy. That's why we're showing you the mud. They're all year round. But, of course, the snow, and there you go, that was a rear-wheel drive. So, again, they just keep reversing until they've got somewhere where they're going to be able to stop the car, go back, get these, put them in the back of the car, and away you go. I bet you there are times when you are going to need these. Now, I don't know about you. If I went to a shop and they said, oh, these are... Let's say... Oh, I'll give you an example. I've got an example. My mum... This is a few years ago, mind, but my mum and dad, it's when they were together, my mum and dad, they used to have a pub, okay, a country pub. It was a lovely little place. And there was a little restaurant inside and a beer garden and all that. Anyway, she liked to go and get all the produce from like a local farm. It's only up the road, it's a couple of miles away. So she would drive up there. This one day, I don't know why, I was there in the car, we were driving off to this place, and maybe she forgot her wallet. I don't remember what happened. Oh, her purse, this lady's purse. So she said, I better go back. So she went to do a U-turn. Well, it's a little country lane, so you couldn't just, like, do a 3-point turn on that little, it's too small. So she saw this opening into, like, a field area, and she pulled into there, went down toward the gate. When she put it into reverse to come out, stuck in the mud. Zzz, I remember it. Zzz, wheel spinning, and of course the more you try to get out, the harder you push on that gas, the pedal, the accelerator, zzz, and the further down you go, you're like sinking, aren't you? Oh, blimey, what are we going to do? So in the end, I had to go back to the pub to get someone else to come out with a rope and pull us out. That is a true story. My mum, if she's watching right now, love you, Mum. Feliz Navidad. My mum's in Spain now. She's not Spanish, but she lives in Spain. And that's Spanish for Merry Christmas. Anyway, the fact is that we had to do that and get her towed out. If she'd had these in the back of the car, she'd have blooming well done it herself. It's easy. When you've been through a situation like that, and maybe you have, you'll realise how cool and effective these are. You'll realise what a great piece of kit this is. And it might well be... Oh, it's another one, another one. Last year, do you remember how much snow we got last year? Do you remember? We got a lot of snow last year. One night, I came out of here, I've been working, I tell you, I've been doing 19 months of this same shift pattern now. 19 months I've been doing these lates. So I went out last, it might have been Christmas, I think it was the week before Christmas, you know. I think it was the week, about the same as now. The week before Christmas, went out, where the hell did all that snow come from? And cars all over the place, skidding all over, it's a nightmare. That car park was a nightmare. It's a big old car park, you know, it's just 3 studios, and there was skid marks everywhere, it's a nightmare. If people had had these, they wouldn't have had the same problem. They wouldn't, you get 2 of them for your money. Are you ready for ice, for snow, for mud, for frost, to get you out of a sticky situation, well, unsticky situation? Are you ready? Clearance, £35. Maybe in a car store, maybe in someone that specialises in auto parts. This is big TV. Bob, do you think this collar's a bit big? It's a bit 80s, this collar. It's quite a big collar, isn't it? Competing with James Russell now. He got them big collars, hasn't he? He looked like a pirate the other night. Did you see him? He was going to take off. 35, I hope he's watching. Love you, James. 30, no, you know, we're terrible. We're all addicts. We go home and we're watching each other. It's terrible, isn't it? You come on, you're not at work now. I mean, Miss always saying that. £17.77. At 17.7, if you'd like to get these are great for up to 3.5 tons. We now go into a non-stop drop. You can't go wrong. I don't care what you've seen them go for in the past. Get your hands on these. £17.99 and falling. Now, can you see that end? I'll just try and show. Can you see how narrow that end is? That's the part that goes underneath the tyre. So you can see it narrows down, and that just slides underneath the tyre. It doesn't matter really which way up you've got them. I would say this is the best way. You can see why, because the cleat is there on the top. If I turn it over, you'll see that the cleat is now under the bottom. So I would actually say have the cleat on top. It's entirely up to you. Those cleats are really, really clever. They just dig in to the tyre and give you a little bit of traction. Don't miss out on them. 094 251 2000. Get through. Listen to the message. Press 1 on that telephone keypad and your job is done. There you go. Look, popping out 3.5 tons. That's a van. It's all sorts. Under £15 now. Under £14 now. There you go, look, honeycomb cleats for maximum grip. If there's some of you going, oh, Paul, I never remember which way around to put those, there's a little bit embossed into the cleats themselves, or into the traction tracks themselves, and it says this side up, so you'll know which way around to have them. It says this side up, which is a pretty good clue, isn't it, really? To be honest, this side up is a pretty good clue. £12, £12 and some people are looking, well, I don't know what to do with these things. It does, no, it says it this side up. £12 and a few pennies, 214, 213. Lucky they had boots on, wasn't it? Lucky they were out in the mud in boots. Chances of maybe they're a farmer, I don't know. £11 and a few, £11 and a few pennies, 206, 205 right now. There you go, to pull away, get somewhere where you're not going to be stuck. Then you go back and get them and chuck them in the back of the car. Give them a little wash, just wash them down when you get them home. There you go, let's snow. I feel like I'm one who wants to be a millionaire. Listen, I can give you 3 lifelines on this one. I'm about to hit a tenner. What are you going to do? I'm about to hit a tenner. Are you going to call a friend? Call a friend? There's the number. At £10, go, 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 go. At £10, I'm now under £10, £9 and a few pennies. We dropped this down to 17.77. The way we're going 50-50 on this one. At £9 and a few pennies. 179, 178, 77 right now. Well, why haven't we got any chocolate? It's Christmas. Can't we get a box of chocolates or something? Oh, it's Christmas and there's no chocolates. I bought in Haribos the other night. 180, 170, 169, 68, 67, £9 and a few pennies. What's the other lifeline? It's call a friend, 50-50. Oh yeah, ask the audience. Ask the audience, isn't it? £9.49. No, did they get it wrong? Bob says they got it wrong. No, what, they forgot they got the lifelines wrong? Oh, the audience got... Bob's telling me that the audience... I'm talking to Bob. Sorry. I didn't mean to cut you out. Bob's telling me he was watching once and the audience got it wrong. They asked the audience and the audience got it wrong. I bet they felt terrible. £9 and a few pennies now. 140... Well, the audience ain't got this one wrong. £9 and a few... Come on. I can tell you, absolute point of fact, I've done these for 15 quid. I have sold these on our channels for £14.99. Absolute point of fact. £14.99. You go and see what you pay for these in the shops. You see these tomorrow in a store for 35 quid, you're going to be gutted you didn't get them from me tonight for £9. I haven't got 130 people on the phone. I'm not going to panic. I'm not going to panic. Come on. I'm here till 2 in the morning. I've got 2 hours to go. I've got all sorts of goodies. Don't forget, I've got the Galactica coming up shortly. Should we do it? Is Galactica next, Bob? Great. That Galactica, that is a Swarovski crystal, in the 18-karat gold on there, and I'm going to be able to get that to you in time for Christmas. So if you're looking for something stunning with all those beautiful colours coming through it, I can get that to you in time for Christmas. That's next. That's beautiful, isn't it? Now, let me remind you what these things are. Come on, I shouldn't have any left at prices like this. I know, I'll tell you, absolute point of fact, I've done these for £14.99. It's clearance, so I'm not going to get upset. Don't expect me to scream and shout and go, come on, buy! I'm not going to do any of that. It's clearance. Fact is, you get 2 of these, okay? One for each of the tyres, whether it be the front tyres or the rear tyres. All you'll need to know at some point is whether you've got a front-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive. And the easiest way to assess that is if, let's say, you are stuck in mud or on snow, when you start, get someone out of the car maybe, and you can see which tyres are spinning. If your front wheels are going round and round and round, or your front wheels are the ones sinking into the mud or the snow, your front-wheel drive. If the back ones are going round and round and round and they're sinking in, blimey, you just get out. If you're on your own, spin the wheels like this, get out and have a look, see which ones have sunk. Can you see that sinking now? So you know your front-wheel drive. If it's the back ones, your rear-wheel drive. So if your rear wheel, put these under the rear wheel, knowing that it wants to pull itself out backwards. In this case, put them under the front, knowing it wants to pull itself out forwards. This is going to help you get out of the mud or the snow. Now all you've got to do, it does say this side up, so you pop that right underneath the tyre. It's a little sharp edge, the pointed edge, and then these have the ability to move around, so as you sink in the mud or the snow, then they are flexible. They take up to 3.5 tonnes in weight. They're very strong. At £8 and a few pennies, I've got 85, 84, 83, 82 remaining. That's a non-stop drop. That means I can't stop. I'll stop the music. I can stop talking. Well, I can try. I can try. I can but try. I bet there's some people sitting at home going, if you can get them 8, I'll have them for 8 quid, Paul. Come on, 8 quid, buddy. I'm a penny away. £8. And I can't stop that price from falling. 7.99, 98, 97 right now. I've got 67, 66 around. I'm looking about 30 more callers. It's a non-stop drop. It's got to be the lowest price I've seen these go for. It's got to be. Come on, I've done for £14.99. At £7.90, it's got to be a clearance deal. Well done to you. Who would have guessed, eh? Now, I bet if it was snowing outside right now, I bet if there's snow all over the country, you'd be coming in for them at 15 quid, no worries. 40, no worries, Sheila. 46, 45, 44, 43, well done. Good job, Blue. 39, 38. I don't know why I've gone into Australia. I don't know why. I have no fair income. I have no idea why. No idea why. £7, I'm like that. Maybe another life. I don't know. £7 and 78, 7.77 now. All the sevens, lucky sevens. Last 28. Looking for about 8 more callers, Bob's telling me. It's a non-stop drop, it continues to fall, £7.75. Ooh, the massage chair has just turned up. I can't wait to show you this. It's got these massaging nodules in the back, deep heat penetration. Oh, I like a little bit of that. £7 and a few pennies. Last 9, last 8, last 7. Bob has got a very cheeky laugh tonight. Last 4, last 3, last 2, last one going, gone. Coming up next, we're going to do Swarovski. It is the Galactica. You do not want to miss out on this. It is beautiful.